What is going on, YouTube? So coming back today with another NFL preview. So like I said in my last video, I'm going to be gone for a couple days, just traveling, so I wanted to get as many done tonight as I could. So, talking about the Carolina Panthers today. Team that drastically defied expectations in 2015, to say the least. I believe going 15-1 throughout the regular season, and then not losing after that until they managed to reach the Super Bowl. Cam Newton had an MVP season, where I also believe that he was the first unanimous NFL MVP in history. I don't remember if he was unanimous or not. It might have been close, but anyway, won the MVP nonetheless. And let's get on with their 2016 preview. So start with the first key player, and obvious answer here, and that's Cam Newton. Again, tremendous season in 2015. I obviously expect him to do big things again in 2016. There's no doubt about that. He should have a better supporting cast this year than he had last year, with less injuries and hopefully more of a experienced and proven receiving core than he had last year. Ted Ginn came through in a big way for the Panthers last year. I don't think Devin Funchess was as good as we expected him to be. And then also Greg Olsen was fantastic in 2016 as well, arguably the second best tight end in the NFL. So that leads me into my next key player, which is the wide receiver Kelvin Benjamin. Now this might seem like a weird option, but like I said, the receiving core last year was largely a bunch of no names, washed out wide receivers, things like that. Their depth this year is just unparalleled to what I think it was last year. Adding Kelvin Benjamin, if he can come back, be healthy, and have a decent year, as they expected him to be after being their 2015 first-round pick, I believe it was their first-round pick, is just something that is hard to estimate the value, because it could be invaluable. Just a few of the names to watch out for at wide receiver this year. Stephen Hill, see if he can break through this year. Like I said, Devin Funchess as well. I expect him to be a little bit better this year. And then also at also at wide receiver, the rookie out of Colorado State, Kieris Garrett. Actually, no, he's not out of Colorado State. Why? I'm getting him confused. Rookie out of Tulsa, Kieris Garrett. So, like I said, I expect bigger things from this wide receiving core this year. And even though they showed up better than a lot of people expected them to after Kelvin Benjamin got injured in 2015. So moving to the defensive side of the ball for my last key player, and I've got Luke Kuechly. There's a lot of people you could pick for their key player on defense, but Luke Kuechly to me makes the most sense. He's their best player on the defensive side of the ball. He starts along with, again, one of the better linebackers in the NFL with Thomas Davis to form what I think is one of the best linebacking cores in the NFL. Shaq Thompson, I think, will take a big step forward this year. And then another name to watch out for at linebacker, I think, this year that might have somewhat of a big impact. Maybe the undrafted free agent Jeremy Cash. Played safety in college. I actually did not remember that he moved to linebacker, but again, actually I do. But I did not before this video. Anyway, talk about a few other key players, or a few other big names that I could mention on the defensive side of the ball, since I didn't really talk about it with my key players. Kawan Short, I think he'll have to be big this year as maybe the best returning defensive lineman. Coney Ealy, I think, could be big this year. He was one of my breakout players. Zach Sanchez, maybe. I wasn't too high on him out of OU. I think that they had other players in the secondary that were better last year that are coming back this year between Jordan Thomas and Steven Parker. But anyway, James Bradbury is a name to watch out for if you're looking for a rookie to watch out for on the Carolina Panthers defensive side of the ball. So, get into my worst case scenario for the Panthers this year. And again, you're coming off a 17-2 season overall where you lost in the Super Bowl. The worst case scenario in my mind couldn't be that bad, and it would just be 9-7 missing the playoffs. Now, missing the playoffs would be bad, but 9-7, that's not the worst season the Panthers have even had in the last 5 years. So, not even the last 3. So, best case scenario, I don't think they're going to match the same record. I don't think it's really going to happen that they match the same record as last year during the regular season of 15-1. They just had the target on their backs. People know what to expect from Cam Newton a little bit more this year. It's just going to be more pressure put on them. And I think 14-2, where still you win the Super Bowl, and I think Panthers fans would take that any day over what happened last year. So Anyway, my overall record prediction for them this year is 12-4. I think that they get a couple games taken from them because of improvement, a little bit of improvement from the Atlanta Falcons, and I think there's going to be a lot of improvement from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this year, and I think the NFC South as a whole is going to challenge them a little bit more this year. I don't know if the Saints will be better. The Saints are always a threat with Drew Brees at quarterback. They will always have a good offense, at least in my mind, at least a good passing game, and with an improving Mark Ingram, or at least a real threat at running back now with Mark Ingram. That's a team you got to take into account too. So anyway, that'll pretty much do it for my 2016 Carolina Panthers preview. If you want to check out previews ahead of time, go check out my website or any of the previews in the past listed out on the website, or just want to go check out my website. Link to that will be in the description below. Twitter, link will be in the description below. And Instagram as well. Give those a follow, tweet, and Instagram, or tweet and Insta, post on Insta, fire every single day. Anyway, that's pretty much it. See ya.